Episode 337. Quit your job. Have a baby. There we go. Let me reduce that font
That
down.
sounds about like the Greater Beckley Path to Righteousness.
Okay, wait. Show is called Path to Righteousness.
Yes! Yes, that is awesome.
The path to righteousness. That makes it sound better. The path to righteousness.
No. Squarespace is staunchly not loading.
It's been weird here lately. Okay. All right. Got that. Got this. We're live. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this. Let me close my door.
Let me blow my nose while you close the door.
Where'd Egats go? Egats was like, shrug. I'm
Breathe.
I know how to build an IRC bot, sort of, kind of, and I'm going to do it for us.
Like Pyrobot?
Yeah, sort of. Sort of like a Pyrobot. It can do things. I'm not versed in it yet, but we'll get there. All right, so let's see. So we're not doing notes. We're just going to fly by the seat of our pants today.
Right.
Okay. Why does everything change? Every time I go away for 5 minutes, the internet's like, we updated this piece of software so it's better than it was before. Okay. Are you going to go camera or no camera today?
I can do a camera. It's going to be scary, but...
You don't have to do camera. I mean,
well,
I can...
my thing is, I'm afraid it craps out when I use the camera.
Oh, okay.
Like, I can barely use Facebook and not have it crap out.
Crap, that didn't do what I wanted to do. Figured out how to give EGATs ops again. I've been building the IRC server at work, so I've been learning a little bit. I just got to set up ChanServe to do it for him automatically, because right now it doesn't. Okay, all right, we got this ready to go. I don't think I have anything special. Do you want me to put a picture up there for you instead of your Skype thingy?
Yes, put a picture. Wait, I'll text you the picture.
Okay, it'd be better if you, like, chatted it to me in Skype, because I can retrieve that quickly.
I don't think it's on my computer. It might be on my computer.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. That's fine.
I'll email it to myself and then chat it to you.
This is stupid. What is
Never
the
mind,
picture? What is the picture of?
It's me holding meow.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen that one. I'm sorry. You want to just do the show so I can go? I can get.
Yeah, we could.
I
we
promised
could do
it
that.
would be quick, and I'm trying to make it quick. I'm
That's-
sorry. I did offer to put your
That's
picture
what
up
she
there.
said.
All right, here we go. Shutting that off. In a 5, 4, 3. Am I ready? Am I ready? Is everything ready?
I think we're good.
I feel like I'm missing some key component to the show. I think it's the words. Anyway, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, the show that brings to you the latest and greatest in me and Ashley's lives. Because we don't have news today, but that's okay because we have had an eventful month. And that eventful month didn't include you, and I'm really sorry. We both want to extend a hug, a kiss, maybe a little butt touching to you because we've been gone for a while, and we want to come back and make your life whole. Horseshoes and Hand Grenades is here. We've returned. We're back. We've joined, as always, by the incredible, the amazing, the one and only Smash that is sick today.
Me.
Hello, Smash.
Oh yeah, I'm sick.
Oh, how you been?
Hi, pretty boy.
Don't say that to me. I ain't.
Oh no,
I ain't some pretty boy.
You had to get Okay, so he went to the store to get Sudafed because I'm sick, and it's in a pharmacy bag, and he said something about selling our firstborn. So,
No, yeah.
and he's got a Band-Aid on his arm, so I'm assuming they took his blood.
Sudafed is no joke. When you want to buy it, it requires a significant amount of personal information.
There's 10 coded tablets in here, and some sort of, um, that document that Bilbo had to sign to go on the thing with the dwarves.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that.
Contract. That's the word I'm looking for. I am on so many medications. It's just awesome.
Ashley went to law school. Yay.
That was my favorite class too. There's a contract, something about our firstborn. If it's a boy, if it's a girl, they don't want it.
Okay. So they're selling it to
And
China.
a vial of my blood.
How do you get that? Like, because I'm not one for intravenous anything.
So you talk to Angelina Jolie, and her ex hook you up, and then you just wear it around your neck.
Oh, gotcha. Billy Bob Thornton?
Yeah, that dude.
Carl.
Carl.
I don't know. That was kind of what I did just there was a blend of Carl from Sling Blade and Carl from Walking Dead.
that was that was lovely.
They're
Everything that
dead,
just happened-
Carl.
I can't laugh. Laughing makes my lungs rattle like I've been smoking my entire life.
You shouldn't have inhaled that marble. That's your
Steven,
problem.
how many times have I been sick since I moved down here?
Like 35, right?
At least.
Yeah. The pollen will get you down here. The tree pollen is at a significantly high amount, according to the National Weather Service.
But it's not. But pollen doesn't make your white blood cell count attack you, does it?
I guess it can. Right now, we're considered medium high in pollen.
Medium high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this is we went to a surprise party and one of our friends was there and him and his wife had just been sick and they're like, "Yeah, we're mingling now because we're better." They weren't better. They got both of us sick.
It just
Assholes.
seemed like they were better, and so they were like, "Oh, we're good," but they still have active live viruses.
Yes.
I imagine
I don't know how to use Drive anymore, Steven.
So you go to drive.google.com. I forgot how to do the show for a minute. You'd think it'd be muscle memory after doing it for darn near 8 years.
Right, but they change everything so many times. It can't be muscle memory because the second you get used to something, it's like Facebook. It's like suckers, and then they change something.
Holy crap on a cracker, Ashley. Have we been doing this show for 8 years? Where's our archives?
April.
Huh? Yeah, I know.
Holy shit. Well, it's what? Episode 300 what?
300 and whatever. But that doesn't, remember, you
337.
can't just divide that by 52 because we were terrible for a really long time. Let's
Well,
see.
right.
What about episode? I'm going to search. I'm going to spend our first episode back searching for our first episode ever.
Okay, that's
Episode
good.
1.
And I'm going to try to figure out how to use the Drive.
April
because
9th. Holy crap, Smash. We've been doing this for 8 years.
What was the year date?
The year date, April 9th, 2007.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, happy anniversary, yo. I mean, it's our anniversary Thursday, which, dude, if we did this show on Thursday, it would be legit our anniversary because our first episode was on a Thursday.
We can release it on Thursday.
I think I could be lying. Actually, now that I think about it, that could be wrong because I know
it at one point was on Thursdays, but I don't know that it was always on Thursdays.
No, you know what? It wasn't. We did our show on
Mondays?
Fridays for a while.
And then we decided that Friday was hang out at the bar with your friends day.
Yeah, so we changed it. What day of the week was that? Let's see. Day of the week was April 7th. It was a Saturday.
Nuh-uh.
We did the show
maybe
on
that's
a
when he
Sat-
released it, though.
What goobers did a show on a Saturday? Oh, you could be right. Actually,
Yeah,
I think
because
you're
you
right.
always would hold it a day and then release it.
Yeah, what the devil was wrong with me with that anyway? Why hold it
I
a
think
day?
it took forever to like buffer or something.
I don't. Yeah. Hi, my name is Ashley. I get the notes for the show. I get the notes.
Stop. I hate you so much.
Maybe
you
the
smug
show
bastard.
you just had to buffer. You know.
Look, that's what Comcast says, and that's what I remember.
Oh, that's
I
wonderful.
sound like a frog.
You sound wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us again. I know we've been gone for a month. I know some of you are thinking, this is what I pay for. They're not giving me content. Well, I just want to say I appreciate your patience. Ashley appreciates your patience. I appreciate Ashley's patience.
And why would I need to be patient, Steven?
Because I had a baby. We had a baby. It's a boy. And I'm actually kind of sad that we had a baby. It's a boy is not in the chat because that would be really convenient. So a month ago, on actually as of yesterday, my baby's a month old. Me and Stephanie took a journey to the hospital to go. Oh man, let's go have a baby. Let's see how this goes. That didn't go quite as planned. You think 1 minute you're like, I'm going to go to the hospital and I'm going to have a baby. And then you end up sleeping there for near 4 days, no sleep, depressed. You got this beautiful baby you don't know what to do with. The hospital keeps coming in and poking you and poking it. Just, it's a rough time, a hospital. But we came back, have a beautiful baby boy named Sam. We love that kid. Very excited about it. Currently, he's sleeping. I'll show him off when he can hold his neck up.
Yeah, well, that won't be too terribly much longer. That kid has got like mad neck muscles for a month-old thing.
I know. I've chalked up most of his crying and his decision to not let us sleep to him just being frustrated that he's not allowed the independence that he wants. Because he's basically doing push-ups on me and trying to get away at every chance he can. And he's like, screw this. I might not even be able to see straight right now, but I want to be jumping. Oh, look, he's here.
Oh, did she bring him in?
She did, but I don't know if Are you going to show? You want to show the people? You're coming? Oh, dude, everybody does get to see the little boy. Let's see. Kind of. There's my Steffi. She had him. You guys can
I'm going to
thank
get
her.
to see the lag.
Sorry. This is awkward. There he is. He's we got him in the little baby Bjorn right now.
I don't get to be near him right now because I have the plague.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. There we go. There's a little guy. Welcome to your first time on the internet, buddy. So, audio listeners, I'm sorry. This is an incredibly visual experience. But that was my little boy and my beautiful wife. Thank you, Steffi. Thank you. Love you. So he's here now. We have a little baby boy. He's doing well. And I don't know what else to tell you other than that. That's my adventure. It kind of threw me off when she came in and he was actually here.
He's the cute. So, explain to them a little bit your experience in the hospital and why I am never having a child.
Oh, dude. Okay. So you go to the hospital, right? We're going to get induced because baby's swimming around in way more amniotic fluid than he should be. So we're going to get induced. And by we, I mean Stephanie. I act like I did any work in this at all, and I just didn't. I just
You
laid
got
there.
her that way and then just dumped her.
Yeah, I got to have all the fun, and then she got to do all the work. So basically, the idea is you go to the hospital, you get induced. They don't really tell you what that means. Just like, we're going to go ahead and induce your pregnancy. And you're like, okay, cool, chemicals, whatever, makes it happen. They get there at 10 o'clock. They do some very intrusive exercises that make you look at your wife and go, you are the strongest woman that has ever lived, and I don't even understand pain. You're like, I am not someone who could do what you are doing. And they go through this whole big deal. Well, we spent all the way from 10 o'clock Sunday night to 4 o'clock Monday afternoon waiting for water to break. It didn't. They decided to do it themselves. That was an event. Because for a minute, the baby was floating too high. And they were like, well, if we break the water now, stuff could come out early. You could have a hand come out first. You could have an umbilical cord come out first. You could have a disaster. Basically. Which is bad.
It's very bad not to have. And I didn't realize how bad it was for things to come out before the head.
Yeah.
Jacob was born breech and ripped every organ that he could get a hold of out of his mother, and she had to have a complete hysterectomy.
Yeah, that kind of thing can happen. So the idea is they didn't.
I am not having children.
Oh, but that's okay because they knew he was kind of awkward. But so they did a little bit more. They let the contractions do their job. Baby eventually came down where he was supposed to be, and they're like, okay, now we can break your water. We're like, yes, we're gonna make this happen. This is gonna be a normal, everyday birth, and we're gonna be home tomorrow. Yeah. Well, baby decided he didn't want to come. He didn't want to go anywhere. He didn't move from 4 o'clock to 9. Nothing moved. Complete stall. No business happening whatsoever. So then they come in, they tell us, you know what? We're going to have to C-section this thing. And we're just like, because we've been there almost 24 hours by the time they decide that they want to cut the baby out. And I'm like, okay, that sounds good. Let's go. And they're like, okay, well, and Stephanie's like, so we're going to be a couple hours. You guys get the room together? Like, no, we'll have that baby out in about 30 minutes. They're like, we'll have that baby out in an hour. We'll get you in the room in 30 minutes. We'll have the baby out in an hour. We're like, what the crap? We're going to be parents in an hour. Okay, cool. So I'm gathering like the enormous amounts of luggage that we decided to bring because we thought we were going to Disney World for a week. And you realize that you'd used none of that stuff. So word to the wise fathers out there, do not take a laptop, an iPad, like anything that you think you're going to play with. Don't take coloring books because your wife's going to be sitting there in agony most of the time and not be remotely interested in coloring books, even though she thinks that she is. And if you take a box of colored pencils, good Lord, tape the lid up because when they spill out all in the luggage bag, you're going to stab yourself in the fingers about 35 times. You have little colored pencil marks all over you where you just can't, they're everywhere.
Little tattoos in your fingertips.
Yeah, I suggested crayons, but no, crayons aren't good enough. So, no, we had a bag full of littered around colored pencils. So, again, all that stuff packed up, and they're like, we'll move that to your postpartum room, no big deal. You just follow your wife when we wheel her out of here. So they wheel Stephanie out, and I'm just like, okay, here I am following her, that's cool. And they're like, all right, Dad, you're going to stand in this room, because they're calling me Dad, because that's what they do. They're like, you're going to hang out in this room, you're going to feel like we forgot you, and we're never coming back. But we're going to come back to get you. Go in there, put on this, and this, and then we'll come get you when Stephanie's ready. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. So I go in there, and I put on my stupid little extra large scrubs because that's the default size. And I'm just like,
extra
and
large.
I tried to tie them my pants on, and I completely ripped the drawstring all the way around to the side because I'm too strong for their throwaway scrubs. I sit down and I watch the last part of an episode of Better Call Saul because they're nice and they have a TV and free coffee.
Is that good?
Dude, that's the best show ever. It's better if you've watched Breaking Bad, but it's fantastic all by itself. The writing is amazing.
I heard it was pretty good.
It's like I said, better if you've seen Breaking Bad.
Meh.
Awesome all by itself. Like, fantastic. Great character story. The writing on both of those shows is just amazing. You can't watch normal TV.
Yeah, because it ruined you.
Yeah, it ruins you. So anyway, sitting there, they come get me. I go to let me know if I get long-winded because I can get long-winded.
Stephen, never in the history of man or your existence has anyone ever looked at you and go, "Sir, you are long-winded and should cease."
I'm pretty sure that hasn't happened, but it should.
Because none of our listeners have microphones and we do. Neener, neener.
Aha, we win. Ha ha ha. Okay, so after that, they come get me, and I'm like, okay, da-da-da-da. By this point, sleep deprived, didn't sleep at all, completely just messed up. I feel like, and I'm sure other dads who've been through this can attest, I feel like I've attached someone else's the eyes to my face. No, that's not the right way to say this. I feel like I'm watching a YouTube video of someone's GoPro going places. Like, I don't feel like I'm me. I don't feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm just kind of following people around. I go into the operating room, and you're like, imagine you're in a small, dark hallway in the hospital for most of the time. You walk into the operating room, it's like you walked into that weird room in Sunshine where you're just looking at the sun blaring at you with all of its brightness. Because that's what it felt like. It was the brightest room I've ever been in with peach walls, and it looked like I had tunnel vision. It reminded me a lot of my wedding. And not that Stephanie was on an operating table getting a baby cut out of her, but that, you're so intensely focused on the one thing that everything else is just some blurry experience. So they're like, go sit over there. And I'm kind of like wobbly. I'm kind of dizzy. It's just such a weird moment. I sit on the little chair. There's my sweet Steffi with a blue sheet all the way up to her neck. And she's looking at me. She's like, hello. And she has oxygen in her nose and a little hat on her head to keep her hair nice. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? We're going to have a baby in a minute. And she's like, yeah, I'm doing fine. And the anesthesiologists are all talking to her. And they're like, okay, you're going to feel some pressure. And, okay, they're getting into the booby. They're getting into the booby. They're getting to the baby. That was a weird slip. They're getting into your stomach. They're pulling out the baby. And then I start hearing this, wah, 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 like trying to cry. Freaking me out, and I'm like, holy crap, that's our baby. And she's smiling, we're like, that's our baby, what the devil? And then they come around the corner with this crazy crying blue alien that's covered in stuff, and I'm like, whoa, that's our baby. And I'm trying to understand what's going on because I'm in this space where I just like, oh, what happened? Like, is this real life? And then the moment it starts to sink in, and I look at Stephanie and I start to cry a little. They're like, okay, Dad, why don't you come over here and we're going to clean the baby off and you can take pictures. And I'm just like, what? Okay. I'm just like following him around. I'm shaking. I'm looking at my baby getting cleaned up on a table. I'm trying to take in everything that's going on. It's a mess. And let me tell you, this is the thing that everyone needs to realize, and this is the last part that I'm really going to hammer in. You do not realize what a father is and a husband is until you are standing in a room with both people in your family, your entire world, laying in various states of distress. And you're fine. This is the moment where it becomes real, is your wife is shaking because she's been cut open and adrenaline is flowing, and your baby is crying because it's being washed and violently dealt with. And I'm just like, holy crap, my entire universe is is like in bad shape right now, in a way. And I was like, I don't know how I didn't handle this. And all the while, I'm trying to text family members and go, everything's fine, we're happy. And I'm looking at Stephanie like, ha ha ha, she's on lots of drugs and looks like she's in pain. It's a mess. But that being said, out of the whole ordeal, we get a beautiful baby boy, completely healthy, happy, cries a lot, but we're getting there. And we're just, everything's good. Everything's good. The end.
Yay! The story of how Sam came to be.
It's documented forever on episode 337 of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades.
The path to
the path to righteousness. Yeah, that was it. The path to righteousness. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But Ashley, you in the past month, you have also had some moments, some life change.
Well, I didn't have a baby.
That's good. No one was expecting that.
I did breed a cold in the back of my throat, so I did give life to something. I mean, that should count.
I think it does.
And, as the cold viruses expand out of my lungs and out of my throat and go out into the world and tell other cold viruses that my throat is the place to breed and make babies and settle down for future generations of colds, so that every 6 weeks I get a cold. I feel like I should have some sort of mayoral candidacy running. I'm on so many cold medications, Steven.
You're building a habitat for bacteria.
I am a biodome for viri.
Great movie, by the way.
I feel like I watched that recently. Maybe I talked about that recently.
Probably.
I feel like my waking and sleeping hours are merging in the last few days, because if you take Sudafed, NyQuil, DayQuil, and Delsum and Robitussin all at the same time, things kind of get cool.
That's a lot of drugs all at once.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But, I can breathe out one nostril, so my it's good. It's all good here.
That's fine. That's great.
So yeah, Steven and Stephanie had my nephew that I haven't been able to touch for the last little bit, because you can't give a nephew a cold.
No, you don't want to do that, because then it's going to be bad for us, and we might kill you.
So my sister and Steven have this cat, and I always knew when they had a kid that it was going to be interesting to even get near the kid with the way they were around the cat. So you walk in the house and you wash your hands, just because you're around a baby. That's what you do. You wash the nasty, icky germs off your hands. And then you walk into a room and Stephanie looks at you and sizes you up and goes, "Did you wash your hands?"
Oh, yeah.
"Yes, I washed my hands." "Did you wash them long enough?" "Well, yeah, I washed them the appropriate amount of hand washing time." "Did you use warm water, or was it simply tepid?" It was hot water." "What kind of soap did you use? Does it have a smell? Was it antibacterial? I think you should wash your hands again. I need to proctor this."
It does kind of happen that way.
Yeah. So
that's legit.
You hear about women lifting vehicles off their children. It could happen. My sister would be the one to do it. She would eat the vehicle after that for daring to smush her baby smush child. Yeah, and I quit my job.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I feel like there should have been music.
I know. I feel like, hold on. I'm
music?
looking. There's got to be something in here that I can use.
Oh, no. I mean, I hear music right now, but that might be more the Sudafed than anything.
I don't know if I have good music for that. This sucks. I should have something. Here, let's do this. That was quiet. That was
That's
miserable. Let's try that again.
awful.
There, I blew out everyone's ears that time.
I can't really hear it in either ear, so I'm assuming that was probably loud.
Will, you best have boiled your hands before holding my baby.
Somebody said,
Yeah.
Stephanie was like, "Would you like to babysit Sam?" And I'm like, "I would love to babysit Sam. You know, when he's 15 and you guys leave him alone for the first time."
I think I'm willing to let you babysit him in May when the Avengers 2 comes out. That's what I'm down for.
That's the first time I get to babysit my nephew.
Yeah. You
What is he
keep
like?
him and we go to the Avengers 2.
But I want to see Avengers 2 with you.
Oh.
Can't that be like a grandparents thing?
Oh yeah, there we go. Grandparents,
Because
they're
you
the
really
answer to
think
the
that
problem.
Jacob's gonna go see a movie with me?
Does it? Oh yeah, he doesn't see movies with you since the incident.
Yeah, since several of them. So and then I'm like, "Hey, let's go see a movie." No.
What?
You've been cheating on yourself with frog pants. Holy crap. But yeah, so I quit my job. Adam Hart, which I think some of you guys might remember from Pie and Chips, the original. And I know Will, I don't know if that's Bouncy Will or if that's
That's
Lil Will.
That's Lil Will, right?
Okay.
That's Lil Will.
I don't know. I didn't know if it was Florida Will or it's cold up in here Will.
It's cold up in here, Will.
Will used to have karate or something tonight.
That's Lil Will with the blue horseshoes and hand grenade shirt
Okay.
that we love. I
Right.
love Lil Will. He's my favorite person.
We met him once.
I know. I had so much fun. He was the best.
I enjoyed that.
It was
But yeah,
so
Adam
great.
and I are writing a book, which is fun. And I don't have to work for evil douchebags any longer.
Is the book going well? Are you having a good time?
Yes. It's freaking awesome. It's very excited. I do talk to Adam at least once a day now, which never saw myself doing, but you do what you need to do.
Yeah,
Love you, Adam.
you're like, oh boy, no, that's awesome. I'm excited for you guys. I'm pumped because I think I've said this like once or twice on the show, but you're an exceptional writer, Smashley.
Thank you.
And yeah, that's what you say. You say thank you. I've got 13 words into my short story contest submission for April, just so you know.
30. That's like a sentence to yourself. Write this shit, comma, yo, period.
That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I promise.
Fairly legal Will.
That's what he is. So, that basically brings us up to date.
Will broke his arm.
Why? What'd he do?
I don't know. He said, "Oh, see, MMA. I usually have MMA, but I had
What?
my
Little
arm
Will
broken."
can't do MMA. Little Will's like 35 pounds.
And he's tall.
How'd he do
I don't know.
that?
I could see it. I could see
probably
him rocking
could.
the MMA.
He's
22.
he's got those like, he's got an 8-pack under there. And like if he were to actually flex, his arm would be as big as like Popeye. You know?
Popeye without the month of olive oil.
Oh.
Or I guess with the month of. Oh, dude. Speaking of taking forever to get a joke.
I'm sorry, what?
So, Jacob goes to Canada every once in a while, and he has since I met him. So he's doing a clinical trial up there because nobody wants to do a clinical trial in America because we make it freaking possible. So every time he told me he was going to Canada, he would tell me about this loft apartment he had above like a bar. He said, "Yeah, I'm going back to my loft apartment above a great party." And it's 8 months, like, because he's been telling me this since I met him, and he went to Canada shortly after we met. So we're sitting at the dinner table, and he said it again, and I'm like, why would they stick you in a loft apartment? You know, for a Fortune 100 company, I would just assume they would put you in a better place than like above a bar. And I sat there for a minute, and he looked at me. He goes, "Honey, a loft apartment above a really great party. I'm going to Canada." And I'm like choked on my taco because I finally get it. I'm like, oh, holy shit. the loft apartment is Canada and the really great party is America. And I have literally, for the last 8 months, thought that you were going to a loft apartment in Canada above a freaking bar because that's where they set you up.
To be fair, that's a really obscure joke.
I mean, I've heard of America's Hat or that's about it, or America North.
Right.
But not a loft apartment above a really great party.
Right. Nobody says that.
Yeah. And he said that every time. So I just assumed. And then I'm like, but you're not spending the night. So why are you even going to be in the apartment? And just his look, he just shook his head at me and he's like, I can't believe I'm dating someone that didn't get that joke for 8 months.
Just tell him, that his joke is sad.
It's not necessarily a sad joke. It's a pretty clever joke. It's mean. It's clever. And it took 8 months to get.
Isn't Canada full of nice people, though? Like, isn't that a good thing?
Well, yeah. I mean, apparently traffic in Toronto is ballsack.
Yeah. I like how we've gone. Have we gone back to using genitalia as a negative?
Yeah. I mean, that's never really. The only time I've ever changed my vocabulary for someone was when one of my gay friends said, could you not use gay as a pejorative? I'm like, well, shit, fine, whatever.
It's like, okay, I won't offend you today.
Jeez.
By the way, if you haven't listened to Horseshoes and Hand
language.
Grenades in a while, we haven't offended anybody for like a month. We got to get back on that.
I know.
Yeah.
But, you have a child, and we haven't played Diablo and stuff.
So you go into this thing with the intention of, well, I'm going to have a baby, but I'm not going to stop everything. Then that baby has colic and cries 95 hours in a 24-hour day. And you're like, that's going to change a lot of things, So that's where we're at. But he's been good today, and it was show day. And I was like, thank you, Sam. Thank you.
Right?
So
It's walking when I walked into the hospital and saw Steven and Stephanie, like they were riding, when you don't sleep for days at a time and you've got that high going where you're like kind of in tunnel vision. That's kind of where Stephanie and Steven were. And one of the parting gifts that my sister left me with was, don't fart while you're under an epidural.
You tweeted that.
And I think that was probably the funniest thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
When you're numb from the waist down, that's a dangerous action to take.
Yeah, because she's like, you don't know if you've simply farted or if you have crapped your pants.
It's hard
You have
to
to
tell.
have a nurse come make sure, did I just poop on myself or... It's apparently the whole process is just awful. Stephanie says
it's rough.
They stick like balloons in you and blow them up, and they ram their hand up in you and like, oh, you've still got water that needs to break, and there's a baby there. And
it's a rough process. But
I don't want to do it.
But it was good. So to close, since we're doing a half-hour power, I love you guys. So Ashley's got a new job writing a book. I've got a new baby. And that's where we're at. That's today. And hopefully next week we'll be back with some news.
Yes.
Catching up.
I would be really good to get back into the show groove.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I also have 3 giant things of poster board and sparkles and glitter glue and all kinds of stuff, and I'm really excited to use it. And I forgot about it till just now.
Use it because you're like at home when you're not writing and you're like, I need some creative outlet. I'm going to do creative glue glitter stuff.
The people that send me money, I will send you glitter. And I know I've said that for the better part of a year, but it'll happen.
That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this catch-up episode of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. I know we didn't have any news, but it's just been good to be back on the microphone. So I hope that we have satisfied your desire for a little bit of what's going on with us. And we'll be back. We'll be back next week with some news, with some good news. And there may be a chance we have to shift the day from time to time. But after a few months, little dude should be in a good schedule, and we should be able to make this happen. So we'll get there. But thank you guys so much for listening to us, for hanging out, and we will see you next time right here on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. I flailed my hands a lot.
That was seriously the fastest 30 minutes of my entire life. That was faster than that one time with the drunk dude.
I'm going to record the intro thing now.
Oh, okay.
Okay? I'm sorry.
I think you should use that as the intro.
I would if I had been recording it. Okay, here we go. What do I normally say? Okay, I got it. Tonight on the show, we don't give you any news at all, but we catch you up on what me and Ashley have been up to in the last month, and that's having babies and quitting jobs. Not both of us, but one of us did one of those things, and one of us did the other. You'll find out tonight on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, episode 337 for April 7th, 2015, The Path to Righteousness. I almost said the path of the righteous man, like Samuel Jackson's monologue from Pulp Fiction. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides with tyranny of evil men.
See, I was thinking more indie. Only the penitent.
Only the penitent man will pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. The path of God was Jehovah is spelled with an I.
Right, because it was Greek or something.
Latin.
Adequately sized Willie. I miss so much in the chat.
I love these people. I gave
that was
EGATS,
really quick.
That was great. I gave EGATS ops again because he deserves it.
Hey, look who joined the chat.
Who's that?
Had a baby, it's a boy.
Oh, he's so late. All right, I'm going to record some silence real quick. One moment, please.
Okay.
All right, got my silence. They apparently they released a new version of Audacity that has a better noise removal.
Really?
Yeah, they call it noise something else. It's not noise removal. It's noise.
Ashley cancellating things.
I'm so glad I had a baby. It's a boy showed up. I was so sad when he wasn't here, and now he's here, and that's good.
I texted like 9,000 people.
Oh, good. I mean, it's our triumphant return. You need people.
I know. I wish I could have been in studio, but I don't want to give you what I have.
No, we don't want what you have either.
No.
Did I noise remove all that? It usually takes longer to process. It just kind of went. There we go.
You mean it should have been buffering, Steven. That's the correct word.
Oh, buffered.
I hate you.
Buffered.
You're such an ass.
You love me. So, but I heard baby crying earlier, and I don't want mom to be out there.
Okay, yeah, I
She's
know.
been
We don't
with him
want to abuse the 30-minute thing.
She's been with him
Okay.
all day, but he's been good today. They went for a walk and stuff, so it's been better.
Aw.
But at the same time, mom needs some relief because it's a tough job.
Okay. Will you go relieve your wife, if you know what I mean?
I'll go take care of it. Thank you.
Tell Stephanie I love her and she's beautiful.
Will do. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on the show. We appreciate your patience and we love you. We haven't forgot about you. We just got a lot going on. So you guys are awesome. You're best fans that we ever had. Best friends. Say best friends.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I love these people. I love all you people. But I'm gonna stop streaming anyway. I'll love you from a distance. So
okay, I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.